Evening, y'all. Normally, when I do a pillow talk in the evening, it's because I just have something on my mind and I just really feel like I need to talk about it. And right now, I'm actually in the middle of a nightly meditation ritual that just keeps me waking up feeling ready and focused. But it also actually has helped me with my dreams a lot. It's helped me to make them more productive and focused because I have these like really bizarre dreams that are just so real. They're just so fucking visceral. Like I just wake up feeling like it happened, like it actually happened. And I've had a few times where I've like called somebody and been like, so you guys didn't get a divorce? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I really was there when you told me that you got a divorce from this person. It's crazy. Doesn't make me feel crazy, it's just the reaction that I have to all of the craziness in the dream is it's a lot. So I have a friend who I met when I was living in another state all by myself, and I had just moved there, and she and I were just two peas, you know, like we were two kindred spirits, and we're both like super artsy, and I love that about us, that we're just like two artsy gals. And something that I noticed about both of us is that we're both very intelligent people who not necessarily like pride ourselves on our intelligence, but pride ourselves on the ability to find information and to do our own research and to be our own people, to be independent, to be just go-getters. Outgoing, I would say. Outgoing in a way that, you know, like if we set our minds to something, it's not going to hold us back. And she just told me that she has HPV. And yet again, there's somebody else who exposed themselves to me. I tried using coming out because that's kind of how it feels, where it's very stigmatized. But I'll talk about stigmas later this week because that's like a whole full in-depth rant on my part. And I'm sure that you felt it. I'm sure that you felt what being the face of a stigma feels like, as well as you've just seen it, you know, like when you see advertisements for medication or for help for people who have herpes or people who have any kind of sexually related virus or disease, something spread sexually. There's that stigma that person is either friggin' stupid, ignorant, a fucking slut, somebody who, and notice how I said a fucking slut, you know, like, I took it there, and that's because that's how it feels. It feels like people take it there, and they don't hold their punches, like, they don't hold back when it comes to passing judgment on things that they don't know anything about themselves. Because if they knew anything about it themselves, they wouldn't be this quick to judge and this quick to critique. But it's also something that people point out as like just being like all around dirty. And I guess I don't consider myself like a dirty person. Like I take every precaution, and like I said, you know, I'm somebody who prides myself on being able to find resources and know what I'm doing. And I will admit that when it came to sex and when it came to talking about sex and having conversations about sex, I was really lacking. And I didn't make moves to go and find those resources and to figure out how to talk about it, because it kind of seemed like it didn't need to be said. It kind of seemed like more of like a mutual understanding. And now I'm realizing the mutual understanding is that nobody knows what they're doing, and and we're all equally stuck in this stigmatized boat, and we're all just ships passing in the night. You know, we think that we're the only one who's going through it until we find out that somebody else has it. And you know, it really, it takes a lot for a person to convince themselves that talking about it is worth it, and having the courage to make it known is not, it's rare. It's not usual. It is the atypical. It is on the atypical side of the typical scale. And, excuse me, my pillow talk for this evening is just to say that if you have HPV, if you have herpes, if you have AIDS, if you have gonorrhea, if you have chlamydia, if you have any kind of sexually transmitted disease or virus, I love you. And you're worth so much more than what people make you out to be. You're not stupid. No, you're not. You're not fucking stupid. And the situation you're in is stupid. But the fact of the matter is, nobody knows what they're doing. So you don't have to feel like you're the ignorant one. You don't have to feel like you're the one who should be stigmatized. You don't have to feel like you're the one who should cover this up. Cover it up as something that is puts you at risk for being socially ostracized. Because what I found is, just by being open about it, people are very loving and very supportive, especially if you're telling the loving and supportive people. Hello, are you okay in there? Sir? He had to cough something up. So you're not stupid. I'm sure that you are brilliant. Everybody is brilliant at something. Everybody's a fucking genius at something, and is completely ignorant, myself included, completely ignorant about something else. And whether it's because of the education system that you grew up in, whether it's because of the parental chats that you had, or the chats that you had with your guardian. I don't know why I wanted to say like guidance counselor. Oh, because I was thinking of guidance. Your guardian. Whether it was a conversation with a doctor or a guidance counselor, or anybody who was a role model, or anybody who could have given you that information and passed it along to you, and you just never got the memo, or the notes that were passed along were incomplete or misinformed, that's not your fault. It's not your fault that you're in this situation. It's not your fault that this is happening on a large scale. It's not your fault that you passed it on to somebody else. It's not your fault that you weren't equipped to handle the situation. It's not your fault. So don't let it take you down. Don't let it become something that makes you feel like you just can't be anything. Because you're still someone. You still matter. And something happens to everybody that makes them reconsider who they think they are and what they think they know about themselves. It really made me reconsider whether or not I can see myself as an empowered, educated person. And you can have a bachelor's from a top university and still be completely ignorant about what's going on with your body, or how to have conversations, how to have conflict. So it's not your fault. And if you're here with me, then please reach out, because we're in this shit together, and you don't have to expose yourself to me. You don't have to come out to me. All you gotta do is just be yourself and join my community on Patreon, and that way we can have these conversations and we can delve deeper into all of the environmental effects, all of the social aspects of the stigma of just having a virus in general, having something sexually transmitted. There are so many aspects to this that are hard to climb over, and doing it alone is totally not worth it. I mean, like, the first person who climbed Everest, I'm sure that they were fucking exhausted, but it was probably nice for the 800th person to climb Everest that there was a trail there. So let's build it so everybody else can climb and have an easier time. And I can really only build the trail if other people are willing to say, you know what, I'm in this because I know that I can be a part of the change, and I can be a part of something bigger than just this fucked up thing that happened to me. I can turn it into something positive. I can turn it into something that revolutionarily changes sexual health education as a whole. So come have these conversations with me. Find me on Facebook, find me on Patreon. Let me do a card reading for you. I offer card readings in the rewards for my Patreon, and I think that would be so excellent to actually get to see and meet some of you face to face. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. I'm done. That's enough for me. Pillow talk ended. You are loved. You are worthy. You are deserving of all of the love that you feel that you deserve. Because you do fucking deserve it. That's why you feel it. Duh. I'm not mad. I'm just like, I wish you didn't have to feel this way. I wish I didn't have to feel this way. I'm glad I don't feel this way anymore. And it's mostly because of you. It's mostly because of the people who are watching, hello, and decide to make it their business and make it a part of their fight too. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up for yourself. You deserve everything that you desire. Good night, best friend. Love you.